Hey everyone, I went to the thrift store a while ago and I found The Muppet Movie on DVD, so I decided I'm going to go over all my Muppet DVDs, or Jim Henson associated DVDs. So right here we have The Muppet Movie. This is the original DVD release from Columbia TriStar. I've seen there's a re-release from Disney now. No, there's not really any really interesting bonus features. Let's see, Jim Frawley's camera test, Muppetisms. The Muppetisms things are really short, like a few seconds of a Muppet coming out and doing a silly thing. Kind of a weird thing to bother with, but whatever. It's something, I guess. So yeah, I just watched this last night. The first time I've seen the Muppet movie since I was like 6 or 7, probably. For a little while, when I was like 6 or 7, I got super into Muppets, and I would go and I rented like every Muppet movie they had, and then I very quickly was not into Muppets anymore. I mean, I liked Muppets, but I just wasn't super into them as much as I was for that very short period. And then here we got a double feature DVD of Muppets from Space and The Muppets Take Manhattan. Yeah, Muppet double features seem to be kind of weird. Like, they just seem to pick random ones when they do double features like this. At least it's not a double-sided DVD, so that's cool. The first one says there's a live video commentary with Kermit, Gonzo, Rizzo, and the director. Alright. Oh, and one nice thing. It's a double-sided DVD, and that kind of sucks, but one side has widescreen, the other side has full screen. With this, it's kind of weird. Muppets Take Manhattan has both widescreen and full screen on the same side of the same disc, but then Muppets from Space is only full screen. And, wasn't that a theatrical release? Shouldn't it have a widescreen version? I don't know. Moving on. Here's my standalone DVD of Muppet Treasure Island. Oh, and it's still got the little thingy in there. Let's see. Oh wait, this is a Disney DVD release. 50th Anniversary Edition. Okay. Not really any special bonus features, but it has both widescreen and full screen, so that's cool. And last up for Muppet Movies, here's a Blu-ray double feature of The Great Muppet Caper and Muppet Treasure Island. Why these ones together? I don't know. So yeah, this is a, let's see, it's got a Blu-ray and a DVD, and the box is broken. So yeah, there's the Blu-ray, there's the DVDs. Aren't they frickin' boring? Come on, Disney, what the frick? For such a big company, like, you suck at home video releases, jeez. The box is broken, and, like, what if I was a little kid, and I wanted to watch one of these? What if I couldn't read? I can't tell what's what here. I can't tell on this either, if I couldn't read. Luckily, I can read, though, so I know what's what. Anyway, bonus features, sing-along, tale of the story behind the tale. Let's see, cast, crew, creatures, take a look back at the making of the movie. Music video and audio commentary with Gonzo, Rizzo, and Brian Henson, though it doesn't say which movie has the bonus features. I'm assuming some of these are on Treasure Island and others are on Muppet Caper, but it doesn't specify which goes on which, so that's annoying. Also, they have the Disney Muppets logo there, which I don't really care for that logo. Does anybody like that logo for the Muppet? Whatever. It's probably not that big of a deal. So that's it for, like, purely Muppet movies. And I don't have my Muppet Show DVD anymore because I sold it. I really wish I had kept it. Oh well. Eventually I'll probably get it back. So let's go over the other stuff. Right here we have some other... Or, you know what? I'm gonna go over Sesame Street stuff. So here we got Sesame Street Old School Volume 1. This is a really cool DVD set. There's a couple of select episodes from the first couple of seasons of the show, 1969 to 1974. The only issue with this is there's not very many episodes on here. There's only a couple. And I remember reading reviews of this. Some people were kind of irritated that instead of picking out, like, particularly outstanding episodes. They just went and they picked the first episode from the seasons included here. So that's kind of annoying. Also, because there's some little animated segments and learning segments in these that repeat in those episodes. So that's, yeah. But still, it's a really cool DVD set. It's nice to have these old episodes all together here. Love the artwork. I love that old Sesame Street artwork that they would do. And there's a little empty spot here for a booklet to go. The booklet's missing, unfortunately, because I got this used. So, of course, yeah, it's going to be missing. There's a ton of really cool bonus features on this. There's a whole bunch of little short segments of celebrity appearances and things like that. Let's see. 45 bonus segments. Wow. Original sales pitch film from 1969. 16-page booklet. Not included with mine. 8-page activity pullout. Okay, again. Oh, and then over 7 hours of classic Sesame Street material, which is just all the stuff that's, like, on there to begin with. I'd really like to find the other old school DVD sets, because these are really, really nice sets. I'd love to have bigger, more comprehensive Sesame Street DVD sets, but those are... It's fine, like, for an older collector who wants to go back and, like, just watch it out of nostalgia once in a while. Though, like, there's, like, some stuff that I'd really like to see again that you can't just easily access. Okay, here's the other Sesame Street DVD I have. 40 Years of Sunny Days, the 40th anniversary set. And this is a pretty cool little box set, which again is missing the booklet it was supposed to come with, and also oddly missing the cover of disc 1. Don't know what happened there. Yeah, when I got this, disc 2 had its cover, but not disc 1. I don't know what happened. Very bizarre choice there. This set was a little disappointing to me, because, like, I was expecting, like, a documentary about the making of Sesame Street, or more of the classic episodes, but pretty much this entire thing, I don't think there's a single full episode on this. Let's see. 4.5 hours of the best Sesame Street memories, 50 minutes of ultra-rare, never-before-seen backstage footage. That stuff's pretty cool. There's this behind-the-scenes clip of Jim Henson and Frank Oz performing Bert and Ernie, and that is so freaking amazing. I freaking love that. Carol Spinney as Big Bird. That's really cool to see. I would love to have a box set like this, just of behind-the-scenes stuff of them shooting Sesame Street. Pop-up facts, segments from all 40 seasons, sneak peek at all-new CG animated segment, Abby's Flying Fairy School. And, yeah, Abby was introduced quite a while after I didn't really watch Sesame Street anymore, so I don't know much about who she is. And a lot of the segments on here, there's some really cool ones. Some are repeated from this set, but there's a few that aren't, and I'm kind of worried that when I get the other old school sets, a lot of those bonus features will have been copied onto this. Yeah, I really think they could have done a better job with selecting segments. There's a few really cool segments here, but yeah, it's weird that there's not a single, like, full episode or storyline on here. And also, like, a lot of the later segments are just weird choices. Like, I was watching this one with a celebrity that I knew of, and I was like, oh, I didn't know they had a guest appearance on Sesame Street, so I watched it, and I was like, well, that wasn't really funny or interesting. They just kind of stand there. I don't remember what it was exactly, but moving on. Here we got the first Sesame Street movie, Follow That Bird. I remember as a kid seeing this and liking it, but, yeah, it doesn't hold up very well. It's still an okay movie, like, for kids, definitely. Oh, kids will love the North by Northwest, reference. Anyway, this was pretty good, as, like, yeah, a Sesame Street movie. I don't really know what else they could... I think I would have preferred it if it had stayed on Sesame Street, and it was just basically a Muppet movie, but with the Sesame Street characters. I think one of the problems with... Because it's Sesame Street, they tried to aim for a younger demographic than the Muppets would. The Muppets were made for all ages, and, you know, a kid could watch it, an adult could watch it, and get, like, different experiences from it. With this, it's really intended just for kids, although I did like some of it. My favorite bit was a Cookie Monster slowly eating away the car that the characters are driving. But yeah, oh, and Cookie Monster's also eating the side of the poster up here. That's a funny little detail. And last up for Sesame Street stuff, the documentary being Elmo. This was it was an okay thing. I was really hoping that they would go into more of Kevin Clash's career outside of Sesame Street and Elmo, but it stays, yeah, very focused on Elmo, which isn't a bad thing, but I would have liked some focus on other characters he performed, like Splinter and Ninja Turtles, or the Baby and Dinosaurs. I think they get a little mention, like, once. But yeah, it's very focused around, like, his early life, and then him developing Elmo's character, and that's it. It's fine. I don't really know what to say about it. It's okay. But man, it left a lot to be desired, I think. And we got bonus features again. Thoughts from the filmmakers, premiere Q&A, let's see, Thanksgiving Day Parade, interview, trailer, director's bio. Yippee. Okay, and now we move on to related things. So here we got a Jim Henson production that is not Sesame Street or Muppets. I mean, technically they're Muppets, but they're not the Muppets you usually see. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, and I actually have a couple of DVDs of this, because this is a really weird movie. Like, if you grew up watching a particular version of this on TV, like if you taped it off TV or something, like I had a tape of it that was taped off TV, it's going to be different than the version you find on a home video, usually, because this was like, it was syndicated or something, I don't know. It was given to a bunch of different TV stations, and they all had their own ideas of what to cut and what to keep, and most of the stuff I liked, completely gone in this version, unfortunately. There's some really nice, like, Muppet humor in the version I grew up with, that's all completely gone on this DVD, unfortunately. There's a really funny bit at the beginning, where, we got Ma Otter here, is being snarked at by this fox, and what's the joke? I'm trying to remember now. Okay, she's trying to give her something, and she says, "I'd really appreciate it if you'd fall off the dock." And then this little possum guy goes, "That's telling her, Alice." And in this version, it just has Ma Otter, "I'd really appreciate it if you'd..." And then the fox ignores her, and then you cut to the possum guy going, "That's telling her." That's telling her what? It doesn't make any sense anymore. It's not just like a matter of, like, opinion of which particular cut I like better. We have a character reacting to a line that doesn't happen. And then there's, let's see, there's a talent show at the end with a bunch of different Muppets performing acts, and a few of them are, like, completely replaced in this version with some really boring ones. There's, like, some rabbits that just hop around or something for, like, forever. But the bonus features are fun. Let's see, behind-the-scenes documentary, and then bloopers. The bloopers are definitely the most fun thing here. Oh, and then also there's a weird thing. There's different versions of introductions. Some versions have Kermit the Frog at the beginning. Some of them only have him at the end. Some versions of this just cut him out completely for some reason. So yeah, I don't know what the story is, or why we've never gotten, like, a true uncut version. The uncut version of Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. On Internet Archive, there is somebody who did, like, a full uncut version of Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, so that's cool. I'm really glad that exists, so I could download it and watch the version I like. And then the next thing, Dinosaurs. Here we got Dinosaurs, Volume 1, Season 1 and 2, and 3rd and 4th Seasons, Volume 2 here. So really cool box sets. I love how this one opens. That's pretty creative. And we got the baby there. That's awesome. And then it folds out, and there's all the discs. Pretty simple, but yeah, this works. This is perfect. It's in really good shape, too. Because I got it new, I think. And here we got 3rd and 4th Seasons. really cool. Same thing, just about. And also we got lots of cool bonus features, as well as excavate hidden dino eggs, which I guess are like Easter eggs, but they're dinosaur eggs. So yeah, the entire series of dinosaurs there, really cool. Not a whole lot to say about it. I love dinosaurs. I grew up with it when I was really little. I remember like watching the tapes of it, and then I got a little bit older, and I didn't really remember watching it that well. And I thought, in my mind, I was like, this was like a baby show. This was like Barney, right? And so then I was a teenager, I found a couple of tapes of it, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll watch it again. And then I watched it, and I was like, oh, this was not a kid's show. But it sure was marketed like it was, like, for babies. Very unusual. Alright, and then next up is the related movies. And so here we got The Dark Crystal. This was one of my absolute favorite movies when I was a kid. A lot of kids I knew were scared of this movie, and they didn't like to watch it because it freaked them out, but I thought it was awesome. I loved it. And I especially loved when they brought it back as a TV show. Here's a bootleg DVD of it. Wow, amazing. So let's see, episodes 1 to 3, 4 to 7, 8 to 10. And then Netflix canceled it because it was good. What really sucked about this is I could tell they were holding back on some things because they thought for sure it was going to continue on, but unfortunately, nope, it didn't continue. This was it. I guess they should have just gone all out on this one, but yeah. For what we got, it was really, really good, and I'm definitely going to rewatch it sometime because it was really cool. Also, I just noticed this cover for this bootleg is really, really blurry, and it doesn't fit the box quite right. And so last up is Labyrinth. I love Labyrinth. When I was younger, I didn't see this when I was really young. I saw it when I was a teenager. I got a huge box full of VHS tapes, and one of them was Labyrinth. So I was like, oh, cool, I've never seen this before. I'd, like, heard of it. I'd seen, like, there was a doll of Jareth that they made at some point. So anyway, I popped the tape in, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And it was kind of clunky in spots, but I enjoyed it. And then, unfortunately, towards the end, something happened with the tape, and the audio, like, goes to, like, half volume. So, like, halfway through the tape, I'd have to turn the volume all the way up so that I could hear what was going on at the end of the movie. So, this was one of the first DVDs I ever bought, because I really wanted to be able to watch this and not have to fiddle around with the volume all the time. Oh, and bonus features. Dark Crystal, I had a tape, and at the end of the tape, there was a documentary about the making of Dark Crystal, and they show, like, Brian Froud designing some of the characters. That was really cool, and that really stuck in my brain for years. With this, let's see, bonus features. Includes Inside the Labyrinth making of documentary. It's something, I guess. I don't think it was as in-depth as the Dark Crystal one. I don't really remember anything from it. Oh, the little booklet in here is kind of cool. It folds out. So that's kind of neat, I guess. So yeah, there's all the Muppet / Jim Henson Productions things I have. I have other things that Jim Henson's company has been involved with, but those are the main things I think they're really well known for. There's other things like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the movie. I have that over there somewhere. They did the effects for that. And, what else? I have a Farscape DVD sitting around somewhere I've never watched that I know they did effects for. So yeah, that's all my Muppet stuff there. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.